Here we go. Let's get these questions from the DMs.
Yep.
All right, well, that's what I heard. So what do you want me to tell you?
Wow, you're trying to make my Zora hood rat. That's crazy.
That is crazy. All right, everybody. Welcome to That's What I Heard, the podcast. My name is Lil Frex. Big changes on the show today. I've taken the boys and I've killed them. I put them in the East River. They're not coming back until next week when they might swim back. Today, I have replaced all the men with women. We have in the studio content creator and comedy producer, Teona, Sasha.
Woo! Thank you very much. Thank you.
We also have in the studio stand-up comedian, Bronx representative, and the best traffic and weather girl in the tri-state area, Trina, Alper.
Hello, how are we?
Woo-woo.
I just have to say, having all women as opposed to all men in the studio, the vibes are on point.
It's the pheromones.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not the mushroom spray I just sprayed in my throat.
Oh, no.
But I am getting a great sensation.
No kidding.
I've done this because we received one negative Apple iTunes review criticizing the fact that there are no women on the show. So how do you like me now, bitch? All women. Now it's all women.
And we're going to make you fucking regret
Okay?
it.
And you're going to regret. You're going to regret. Be careful what you wish for. Anyway, very important. We do need to start with a very special traffic and weather report. Trina, go ahead.
Oof, traffic and weather. Okay, so this morning was a little cool, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not going to wear a dress. I'm going to put on jeans." And then it got muggy, and I was like, "Maybe I'm doing the dress." And then it got cool again, and now it's 80 degrees again. So weather, it's a toss up. Traffic, Deegan's, southbound Deegan's a disaster. If you're coming from the Bronx, don't go anywhere. Stay there. Go to Orchard Beach or City Island and get some clams. Casino.
Chocha Beach.
Yes, go there. And then also the BQE nightmare. Everything's bad. Back to you, Frex.
Thank you so much. That was vital information for our listeners to have. One of my first stand-up bits I ever wrote was like when I was like 22, and it was about trying to listen to a traffic report on Hot 97. And it's just like, the BQE is popping off. And it's like, do I get on or not? Do I get on or not? What does that mean? Do I get on or not?
Oh my God.
It's so crazy. Oh my God, Hot 97.
That's like when they give the
Do you still
sales.
listen to Hot 97?
Not recently. I'm afraid.
Why?
Because my people aren't there anymore.
Interesting.
Cypher's not there. Angie's not there. That Miss Info's not there. Those are the people I listen to. And they're not there.
As a driver, do you still listen? Because you
It's
drive.
streaming, honestly. Unfortunately, I have no idea what's like new on the radio.
It's all TikTok.
I'm still listening to like sad Cardi B songs.
Wait, I went through your phone last night. What other sad Cardi B songs are there besides that? I went through your phone last night.
What was the one where she was like, from the first album, she's like, fuck, I don't remember shit.
I just want to something. Call your mom, tell her that she raised the bitch.
Yes, that's I went through your phone last night.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to listen to that on repeat. I was going through something.
What was it?
Yeah.
Take care. Fuck.
Oh,
You're killing it with the song recaps, by the way. You're like, that song where it's like,
be careful with me. Be careful.
There you go.
That was a good song. So basically, nobody's actually heard a traffic and weather report in maybe 15 years.
Oh, no, I have.
Until just now.
So my dad every morning does his jumping jacks to 10-10 wins. So I swear
I love that they're still around.
Every morning, my dad puts on 10-10 wins, and the baby, my daughter's in her bouncer, and she just watches grandpa do jumping jacks, and she jumps in her bouncer, and it's lit in my house at 7:30 a.m.
You know what's weird about 10-10 wins? What? And I can't pinpoint why certain parts of New York people say this, but they say like the 2020, like they say things with the CH.
2020.
Yeah, they'll be like, get on the I-95, and it'll be about 20 minutes there.
20 minutes.
Then you want to switch to the BQE. We're looking at a 15-minute backup, and you're just like, that's so weird. Why do y'all talk like that?
15-minute backup. Yo, you guys want to know something crazy I heard this week?
What's up?
We're going to have to start paying back student loans again soon. Oh. You believe that shit?
That's not fair.
It was part of the debt ceiling agreement, right?
I know. So here's the deal. I'm going to give you a little info because I'm the new Miss Info. They call me Miss Fake News.
Frex info.
Miss Fake News, baby. 37 million borrowers have not been required to pay their student loans since March 2020 due to legislative and executive action during the pandemic. Education Secretary confirmed in May that the Biden administration intends to restart student loan payments by 60 days after June 30th. So that's July, August. That's the end of August.
Just when I quit my job.
For fuck's sake.
Damn.
Now, Biden's plan to cancel up to $20K in loans remains tied up in the Supreme Court and is expected to be struck down. We're fucked, ladies. Do you guys have student loans? I have $20,600.
I got nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay.
About the same.
$20,600?
CUNY education.
I know. Can you believe, like, I didn't really go to, like, real great schools or anything, and I still have $20,600.
I think it's fucked up, especially now as a CUNY student. If you qualify, as long as you stay working in your field in New York for, I think it's like 4 or 5 years, anything that you borrowed or whatever is excused.
Right.
I'm working in my field.
Right.
Where's my excuse?
Wait, so if you got a degree in like kinesiology and you're being like an occupational therapist, I don't know why these are.
That was
things.
very these are big
Kinesiology,
words.
go ahead.
Mita?
Okay. So or like sports medicine, whatever.
Got it.
For
Yeah.
the normies. So I mean, I'm kidding. So like you wouldn't have to pay that back?
As long as you work in your field for I think it's
Really?
5 years. Excused.
Wow.
Done.
I have another plan. So I wasn't even paying before the pandemic.
Oh.
Because if you make like less, like a certain low amount of money,
Yeah.
you can just keep deferring. And if you can do that, if you can stay poor, if you can be smart and stay poor for 25 years, it goes away. And I was about 10 years into that.
Me too.
So
Well, you know,
25 years.
we're artists.
And we're
right?
good. But then after 25 years, when they forgive it, you do have to pay taxes on it because it's like income.
What? But
So,
we're
like-
paying interest.
No, but we're not paying anything. That's the point.
Oh, yeah.
If
you're right,
we
you're
have to
right.
make it 25 years without paying it a dime.
That's ridiculous.
And I don't even believe like morally that every college should be free or anything. I just don't want to pay. I don't even think I'm owed anything. I don't think it's right. I know I'm wrong. I'm just like don't want to.
With how much I've paid in Metro cards, I feel like I paid it. All those swipes, $275, that adds up to 20 grand, right?
Yeah, it is just a feeling that we're even.
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah.
feeling that I can't back up, and it's a feeling that we are even, and we should just call
Agreed.
it. And I'm going through this. I have a rehab bill for $10,000
Damn.
from like 12 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this bitch Toby, one of my best friends now in the world, calls me every month from Arms Acres and says, hey, just a reminder, you got to make a payment so it doesn't go to collections. And I say, hey, Toby, how you doing? No problem. And then I send the $10. And one time I go, Toby, let me ask you something. You've got to be getting ready to retire, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and before you leave and the books are handed over to someone else, could we not just call it?
Yeah.
Could we not just let bygones be bygones? It's water under the bridge at this point.
Have you gone
It's
back?
12 years ago. And by the way, it didn't work. I'm just like spraying mushroom spray down my throat.
Yeah.
Shout out Nootropics. Appreciate the merch. So she said, this is what she said exactly. She said, I actually feel bad for you. I said, thank you. So what are we gonna do about this money? She said, let me look into it. She calls me back. She says, can't do anything about the money. I said,
She can't even slip a paper
I
through a
said,
thing.
files get lost every day,
There you
Toby.
go.
Every day in America, files are lost.
They could be in Mar-a-Lago.
They could be in Mar-a-Lago.
Honestly.
They're tied up with the tax bill right now, or whatever's in the
Every day,
courts. Yeah.
a paper flies off a desk and we can't find it. Why not my paper? Toby, why have we kept track of all of my papers? They don't even have a digital system. That's how long ago it was. It's papers.
They could have just threw it in the Canadian fires. No one would have ever known.
Exactly. And would have blown over our heads. And what a beautiful metaphor that would have been.
Yeah.
My rehab bill up in smoke, blowing over our heads.
And you inhaled it, so it didn't fucking work
Oh my
the way you
God.
said.
Exactly.
Full circle.
Well, it ain't right.
It's not right.
So
On
that was
that
it?
note-
She was just like, no, you're deaded?
She said, yeah, she's dead to me. She goes, if you could make us an offer, like say you would pay $4,000, we could forgive some. And I said, well, I'm not in a position to do that, but I will be letting you know. Click.
Going to Empire City Casino. We're going to Mohegan and I'll call you.
And then I got on DraftKings and I threw down some money on a 16-leg parlay. and I didn't win.
Damn.
Oh,
So for Toby, sorry.
I should have followed you, man. I was looking at your stories, and it's funny because I'm like a scaredy cat, or I'm a sore loser, really. I'm not a scaredy cat. I'm a sore loser. So I'm like, damn, like maybe I should like get on this shit. Draft queens, holla at your girl. Queens supporting queens, as always.
Women's support, so
Sweetheart
important.
gang.
Sweetheart gang.
And I'm like, yo, maybe I should do this. And then when you showed your total over the whole NBA finals or NBA playoffs.
Could you believe that?
I was like, what the fuck?
Wait, what was the
But
total?
here, $1,400. But I'm going to tell you
What?
this.
That's
They're
rent.
cooking that number in some way. Fugazi, as you just reminded me of.
Fugazi.
Those numbers are fugazi in some way because there's no way I walked away. I'd know when I have $1,400 extra dollars. Like I would know if I had that was actual profit. There's some type of thing. It doesn't. That number probably includes all the bets I made or something. I'm not really sure.
Oh, true.
But there's just no way I walked away. But I did post it because I had to flex.
Right.
I had to be a fake bitch.
Drake does it.
Yeah.
Mistake.
And I'm always like, all these millions?
I know.
I wish I had millions to just.
That's
throw
like a
around.
$5 bet to him.
It's ridiculous.
It's like $1 million on the Chiefs. Fuck it. You know what? I'm too old to really know much about this, but I heard Drake and Ice Spice are beefing.
What?
Jeremy, you got anything on that? He's a young man.
I should have done.
Get him on mic. Get
Into the
Jeremy
mic,
on
Jeremy.
mic.
Get it up, butter.
All right, so Jeremy, what can you tell us about what's going on TikTok and the Ice Spice and Drake beef?
So to my knowledge,
All right, I'm not the judge, to my knowledge over here. Okay, just don't talk to me like I'm the judge, please.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
the last thing I heard was like she unfollowed or like he unfollowed her, but that was like months ago.
I don't know what it's about. I don't even know what song she sings other than "Babada good enough, Babada good enough."
Yeah, exactly.
And there was like some line about like break my back or something, and I just remember the little Kardashian girl was singing, was doing like a TikTok, like mouthing the words. She's like, "And he breaking my back again." No.
Yeah, 9-year-olds
like,
getting their backs broken.
That's awesome.
Apropes.
That's really approps.
Real approps.
As a mother, how do you feel about that, Trina?
It's like inevitable in a way, but it's
Yeah.
like I think about I was like rapping Big Pun. I was and ODB
That's
like
true.
heavily.
Yeah.
We were all singing "What Would You Do If Your Son Was at Home?"
Right?
When we were what?
Literally
Below 10?
riding on the bikes without a care in the world, just going, because his daddy's not home and his mama's smoking crack now. He ain't out of talk now. I ain't got a job now. So for you, this is just a good time. But for me, this is what I call life. Ooh.
Gotta hit him with the.
That's the part. That's the
I
part that
mean-
paid the bills.
but I was even younger when ODB was like,
Ooh, baby, I like it.
yeah, oh baby,
Yeah.
I like it raw,
Yeah,
like
totally.
Killer Norman Bates.
Yeah.
I was like, like in my-
Just like shout out to the Puerto Ricans. Puerto Rican Day Parade just passed. The Boricua anthem, the CNC Factory version, where they're like, "Where echa pa'lante, where," that one. There's like a part in the song where in Spanish the woman is talking about how she saw her man, she ripped his clothes off, threw him on the bed, and it was on.
Yes.
And that's playing at family parties when we're like 2.
yeah,
And
Spanish
we're
songs are
singing
wild.
along and we're like,
Yeah.
ay, cuando yo le vi. And our parents see no problem with it.
No problem.
And then wonder why we lose our virginities at 12.
They wonder why we all turn out to be dumb hoes. I mean, truly stupid hoes.
Yeah.
What kind of parental restrictions are you going to put on the, what age for the phone, you think?
It's tough to say because her world is, yesterday's price is not today's price.
Ooh.
Like my youth is not her youth. So on the one hand, I'm like, it rots your brain. But then on the other hand, I'm like, if I need to know where you're at, I need to know where you're at. And I'm going to find my everything on.
You're going to chip her?
Yeah, I'm going to chip her. The fuck?
You should chip her now.
She's my daughter, bro. There's a phrase in Spanish, hija fuiste y madre será, which means daughter you were, mother you will be. So I'm in for a world of shit.
You think she's your karma?
Yeah, but I think like that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like she's my karma, but like I say I was like a nightmare, but I was really a good kid.
You're
Yeah.
a sweetheart.
I'm
Come on.
smart. I'm alright.
If you were a
Exactly.
nightmare, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
would be like, oh, don't invite Trina.
That's true. You're clearly a sweetheart.
Thanks.
Every sweetheart has their day in the mud. That's how you become a sweetheart.
Yeah,
you
I've
have
done
to
some
get life
shit.
experiences. You have to have perspective.
Yeah.
Nobody's born a sweetheart.
Yeah.
I just want to put her onto game. Like there's going to be some stuff that's inappropriate that I'm going to be the one to tell her to be like, yo, because listen, My parents were very different. My mom wasn't allowed to go outside. My
Really?
mom,
Yeah.
well, yeah. So my mom grew up on 139th Street in the South Bronx and like could not go outside because it was wild.
Dangerous.
My dad was like, get lost and don't come home till the streetlights come on. He's an outdoor cat. So I had very different upbringings, and there was a lot that I wasn't told that I had to learn on my own. And you have to learn on your own, but there's a lot I'm going to tell my daughter.
Yeah, or at least like she'll know that you're wise, so when she's out there learning, she can come to you for counsel.
Yeah, and I
When
won't
are you
be
giving
mad.
the sex talk?
Huh?
When are you giving the sex talk?
Honestly, probably like 8 or 9, like when menstruation starts or whatever, or like when it could potentially be starting.
My mom gave it to us in kindergarten, and I went straight to school and was like, girls have a vagina and boys have penises. And the teachers were like, oh my God, what did you do? They called my mom immediately. It was bad.
Really? You got in trouble for that? That's weird.
They weren't ready for
But I guess back
those
in the
words.
day, yeah, they weren't ready. Yo, but get this. I heard something else crazy this week. You guys want to hear what it is?
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's what it is. This bitch in Ecuador, she passed away. Okay. And she was in a coffin, and her family was about to have the funeral. They were having a vigil. Everyone was sad because their loved one had passed. And then all of a sudden, they hear gasping for air within the coffin. And it turns out she's not dead. She's alive.
What?
Bella Montoya, 76, died following a suspected stroke. She was placed in a coffin and taken to a funeral parlor where relatives held a vigil before her planned burial. When almost after 5 hours, they opened the coffin to change her clothes, the woman gasped for air. Quote, my mom started to move her left hand to open her eyes, her mouth. She struggled to breathe, her son said. Sometimes somebody may look like they're dead. This is a quote from the doctor. Okay? This is a quote from a doctor. Sometimes somebody may look like they're dead, but they're not quite dead. Careful examination is necessary to confirm if they are dead. End quote.
That sounds like a comic coming off stage after bombing.
Wait, so
Like,
he said
just
he
a
only
rough
looked.
audience.
He only looked to see if she was dead. He didn't feel.
This is, I don't know.
Does this make her Jesus?
Isn't it?
She resurrected.
Yo, and if they were religious people, they might have taken it that way.
I'm gonna bet because it's Ecuador.
Yeah, very religious, right?
Very
Yeah.
Catholic.
That's a huge moment for them.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know. I saw the video. I got to be honest. I wish I didn't.
Really? What
Also,
was it?
whose first instinct during a moment like this, mom coming back to life, is to immediately flick up, get
I
the
know.
video out.
That is the weirdest part of our
It's
society.
so crazy. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Teona makes a great series of videos called Fat Toto. That's her brand.
Fat
if you want to tell them about the vids.
Oh, yeah.
Hysterical. Absolutely hysterical.
Yeah, it started off by myself, but the way it blew up was with Trina herself.
No way. That
Yes.
video that we did
That
in the
video-
alley?
The best video.
That video is
Fat Toto
what
energy.
sparked the views and like the whole algorithm picking up
out of
everything.
town.
I'm dead ass, girl. Yeah, it was okay. So it was like this long thing of a comic put together a day of women in comedy to just hang out.
Mm-hmm.
On my way there, smoked as always.
Of course.
Had this idea like today's the Grammys, and a couple years ago, Cardi B blew up with that comment on the Grammys about how she's excited all the way to her vagina.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to do something around it. And I hit Trina on the side at the brunch that we were at. And I was like, yo, girl, you want to do a TikTok? Real quick, like 10 minutes of your time. And we went to this back alley of a restaurant. She did all like the speaking points.
Yeah.
And I did the Toto stuff at home because I put my hands down my pants and I make my
In
lips
the
talk.
alley. Hands down the front of her pants.
So funny.
And I just went home and edited it, posted it. And that was the start of the blow up of just the joke alone of Fat Toto.
So good.
And then I've just been doing different jokes around it and the concept of it.
So good. And that's when you realize this is my calling.
Yeah.
Fat
To spread
Gucci's.
the
We hit a
knowledge
nerve.
of Fat Toto lips.
Well, right. So for people who don't know, Toto is like a slang for coochie, which is slang for vagina, which is the whole thing. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Vulva is the whole thing. Let's break it down. Vulva is the whole thing. Labia
don't know.
majora's the outside lips.
don't even
Minora's the inside
Vagina's
lips.
the
And
inside.
vagina's the whole
Inside.
actual penetrative
The pipe.
hole. Yeah.
Ah.
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. That's the
Yeah.
pink. Okay.
Got it.
So toto is like the vulva in Spanish. A toto is your cooch.
Yeah. So some of us are just born with a little extra fat.
We're just blessed.
It's chubby.
Yeah. You know,
could
like
be
women who have
Yeah.
natural chunky cheeks.
Yeah. You got chunky cooch.
Chunky cooch.
And it's cushion for the pushing.
Yeah. Which is great for any other scenario except cheap underwear. If you wear cheap underwear or underwear that does not fit, a lip will pop out and you're like, oh my God,
gonna get some
what the
slippage.
hell? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which was the whole concept around the one that just blew up recently, the Fat Toto Life. Like, you ever been walking and your lip pops out?
So good.
Yeah.
You're really giving a voice to all of us.
Yeah. It's
You're
a
doing God's
problem.
work. It's a problem.
It's a real problem. What's funny is that my boyfriend was like, you know, you're making fun of it, but you're not creating a solution. And I was like, I don't think I want one.
A solution?
The solution
What do we
is
need a
surgery.
solution
What's
for?
the solution would be surgery. I think
Or
we're
like
just learning
wider-
to live with it.
Wider set panties.
Oh, I see.
But who wants bigger panties? I mean,
Yeah.
Fat Toto Life.
Fat Toto life.
It happens.
Sweetheart gang, assemble. Sweet, 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 sweet. Welcome back. Hope you had a nice break. We haven't done this segment in a few weeks, but it's time to bring it back. It's ladies' night. It's time for the Shame Olympics, where we discuss what is eating us alive this week, what is keeping us up at night, what we are so embarrassed about. It can be trivial or it can be serious. Mine is a little dark today.
Okay.
You go first. Set the tone.
We always have a light first half, and then I plunge us into the depths of despair for the second half, and I go really dark.
It's good.
So 2 weekends ago, and this has stayed with me, 2 weekends ago, I found the outer limits of mind your business. We all, I think, agree to a code of ethics.
Mm-hmm.
Umbrella term would be mind your business, right?
Right.
We live in a crowded city. People are living their lives. They're doing their thing. You got to give people privacy when they're in public. Even if they're having a bad day, that's their business.
Yeah.
No problem. I don't even look. I just go, God bless.
Right.
So I was out in the outer bounds, not in the city. I was out in Long Island, of all places. And it was a stormy day. And I went, it was like 4 p.m., 5 p.m., and I went to look at this water. Just like you pull up, there's nice rocks, nice little waterfront. And it was very gloomy. It felt like Manchester by the Sea. You guys seen that movie?
Yes.
And there's this old car parked looking at the water. This old white car. It's got to be from like early 90s. Like that's how old it is. Like it's not driving. That car's not making it to and from the city. That's a local only car.
A little rusty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old. So inside this car, there's like an older woman, like 50s, maybe 60, sitting there just looking straight ahead at the water. Mm. And immediately I feel a chill goes through my bones where I go, she's not having a good day. Mm. But I say, mind your business. Not my business. Then her head slumps over and hits the steering wheel.
No.
And I go, fuck. Did she just die like in front of me?
Not
so I
today,
panic.
lady.
I start walking towards the car to like do something because mind your business, death does not apply.
Yeah.
But was she Ecuadorian? Because
imagine.
Okay, go ahead.
I hate you. So I start walking towards the car and I go, all right, well, obviously I have to see what's up. And then her head pops back up. She's awake. So now we're in a nodding out situation. It's pretty clear, right? That now we're on the nod. So I go, oh, she's alive. Literally, she was like the Ecuadorian woman. She was dead and then she was alive.
Yeah.
And then she died again.
Oh God.
Head back to the steering wheel. Pops back up. And then I go, all right. What do you do in this situation? Because I assume she's like just took a bunch of like pills and she's just nodding out.
Mm-hmm.
But now maybe she just needs to talk to someone. I don't know. But I decided to mind my business.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not go over to the car and I did not say, are you okay? And I've literally been thinking about it for 2 weeks. I'm like, did she die there?
Yeah.
Did she just need like human connection? Then I started picturing, then I started writing a backstory for her, right? Like, she lives all alone in the islands. Her husband died. Her children don't speak to her. She's at her wit's end. She drove here to the ocean overlook.
She's got to pay
To
her
kill
back
herself.
her student loans.
She's got $2,600 in
Yes.
student loans and she just can't take it anymore.
It's too far.
It's too far. So I minded my business, but I've been thinking about it, and I think that I made the wrong decision. I think I should have gone over the car and said, "Are you okay? What can I do?" Maybe she just needed to talk to someone.
Yeah.
But then it's also like when you're high, you're not trying to have a buzzkill. Like,
Yeah.
howdy, how we doing? Everything all right? How's
Looking
the
like
fam?
you want to kill yourself. Are you okay?
Yeah. So what do you guys think? What would you have done?
I'm gonna make you feel worse.
Okay.
Her sugar could have been low. Maybe she was diabetic, bro.
Bro.
I didn't even think about that.
she just
I'm
needed
over
some
here like
OJ.
she's on
I'm
heroin.
not diabetic, but I drink a lot of Coca-Cola every day. So if I don't have 40 ounces,
Then you become academic.
anything under 40 ounces, I'm like, my sugar's low.
My sugar.
sugar's low.
My sugar's low.
My sugar's
Hi,
low.
my sugar's low. How many sugars you got in that coffee?
I don't know. It's a vehicle for International Delight French Vanilla Creamer. As much as I can. It's the only reason I drink coffee. So listen, I probably would, without actually being in the situation, I would say most likely I would have gone over. I would have to have been there to assess everything. Mm-hmm. But I am the person who consistently puts myself in situations that I'm like, why the fuck did I do this? Because I'm too nice.
Right.
I probably would have gone over, but I would have regretted it.
Right.
See, I'm the New Yorker that thinks everything is bad. Mm-hmm. Everything is bad. Mm-hmm. Like, and that comes from my family. Like, my mom thinks that we will get ticks from a deer through the house somehow. It'll like jump through the window or eat through the wood and then have energy to then give us Lyme's disease. So I grew up thinking, oh no, you don't go over there to anything weird. And me, when you said knocked out and woke up, it was like, oh, heroin.
Yeah, me too.
That's what
I'm not going over there.
Yeah.
And then the other piece of it is like the car implies a private area that you're creating for yourself in public. Whereas if we're in the city and that was on the subway, and the person's just like, there's nothing in between us, there's no car door in between us, maybe I would say, hey, bud, you all right?
Yeah.
That's what I always do. People get annoyed. I'm like, you all right, bud?
You all right, bud?
Need some water? Or if people are like on the sidewalk, I'll just pop in the deli, get a big cold water and put it next to them.
That's nice.
So when they wake up, they have something refreshing.
You're nice.
That's really
I
sweet.
usually just step right over them.
Right over them.
You're in my way.
Well, the woman probably passed. So my fault.
Well,
my bad.
Did you look it up?
We share a Westchester County neighborly feel, I think.
Right.
You
yes.
and I.
Yeah.
We have neighbors.
We're neighborly.
We're neighborly.
Yeah.
Where in New York, you mind your business.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why we teeter on should I mind my business or should I be neighborly?
Yep.
We're teetering right
and
now.
I finished my high school years on Staten Island and like a little bit of college, whatever. The ferry terminal on both sides. Wild. If you ever want to people watch for fun, go to the terminal. It's hilarious. But at the same time, it's like the same sort of characters of people who are on drugs or they just lost their mind or they just play crazy to get people away from them. Mm-hmm. And I've grown up with that so much that I'm like, nope, get away from him. Nope, stay away. I don't want to get involved. I'm not trying to get hurt.
Right.
Nope.
Because sometimes you try to help someone and they go,
Yeah.
get it. Like one time this old woman was like trying to get across the street and I go, can I help you? And I like went to grab her bag. She goes, get away from me.
Literally.
Yeah.
A lot of my guy friends say that they don't help women who have baby carriages on the train because so many of them have been like, no, I got it. That they're like, I'm afraid because they just snap at me all the time now. And I'm like,
really?
I still offer.
I don't even ask sometimes. I just give the
I
look.
just
I go,
grab it.
ready?
Yeah.
And just grab. Do you know how many women I've made it harder to get up the stairs for? Like, there's like a fine line with the helping with the baby strollers because I always do it wrong and I make it so much harder for them.
You bump it on each
literally
step.
just like bumping it on every
Yeah.
step.
Trying
I'm
to
like,
do it
here
one
we
hand.
go. The train doors are closing and I'm
You
like
got your
slowing
coffee
her
in
down.
one hand.
I'm literally slowing her down.
You're like, nice and easy, nice and
Here
easy.
we
Yeah.
go.
You're the reason why they tell the men no. They're like, no, because this one time this girl,
This crazy bitch.
I almost dropped my son.
Literally, I've been responsible for many people almost dropping their son by trying to help.
Yeah, it's good for them. It's a New York blessing.
Yeah. You take your baby on the train?
No, I drive it. I don't go on the train.
You're a driver,
I
yeah.
drive everywhere.
Damn.
I drive everywhere. I mean, when she's old enough for Yankee games, we're not driving to the stadium. We're not driving to Shea. I mean, whatever. We're not driving to City Field. Shea.
Oh my God.
I'm almost
I
40
remember
years old.
Shea.
Yankees Stadium.
Yo, I remember Shay.
Yeah. We're not driving to Yankee Stadium. No stadium driving.
Okay.
Smart.
But that'll be the train when she's old enough. But other than
Damn,
that,
your
no.
baby's gonna be spoiled. to never take the train.
No, not never. I mean, listen, I had to start taking the train at 13 by myself to go to high school.
Yeah.
You know, down in Manhattan. So
But like,
maybe she will too. I don't know.
When you were commuting with your family and stuff, was it bus trains or was it cars?
Daddy always drove. My dad always drove because also, so I'm born and raised in the Bronx, but we're so north that we're like, I'm in like Woodlawn, Norwood section of the Bronx.
Yes, you need a car.
Everything we did was in Yonkers.
Yeah.
Everything, it was much closer in Yonkers, so we always drove.
Yeah. No, we had cars on and off, so it was like bus trip. There was a time in my life where my mother was throwing house parties and she would tell everyone to recycle so we could change the cans and get the money. And we would get on the bus.
With the cans?
With the cans, like them crazy ladies. And it would be her and my small ass and my friend and her mom. And yeah, we'd be, I don't care if we're dripping liquid everywhere. We're going to get this money.
We're going to get these cans.
Yeah.
What was the most you think you ever got from a can run?
Like $100.
That's
No.
huge.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cans. On
That's
the
a
bus,
lot
too.
of fucking cans.
That's a lot of fucking cans.
Oh, yeah.
That's like 5,000. No, I can't do math. How many cans is that?
They're
You're making
five,
me
Five
do
cents
math.
each?
so you need
I got a
20 for a
CUNY
dollar.
degree.
So 2,000?
2,000 cans?
Yeah.
It's
girl.
that the
possible,
math?
I guess. I guess it's possible.
Wait, is that, listen, don't make me do math.
It's possible.
I think it's 2,000.
It's hard.
20 times 100 is 2,000.
Wow.
Thank you. I have a fucking master's degree.
Yeah, you're good.
You're using it. Look at you.
Yeah.
What do you have a
Snaps.
master's degree in?
Public administration.
Hell yeah.
Which means nothing.
What does that mean? Yeah, like what did it mean?
The classes were like mostly it's like HR. It's
Okay.
like either it's public policy, which I applied to every public office when I moved home, and everyone was like, suck my dick. And I was like, okay. And then Alexandria and then AOC pulled up, and I was like, you know what, babe? You do it. You're so much better than I could have been, because I'll tell a motherfucker, kill yourself in fucking
know.
Congress. I don't know. We're not allowed to say that.
Of course you can.
Okay.
You can say much
Unalive
worse than
yourself?
that.
Sorry. That's what people say now.
I
Unalive
know.
yourself.
And you have to spell unalive with a 3 as the E.
an
But
exclamation point.
I don't get why that's better than kill yourself.
Right. Doesn't it garner the same?
It's the same.
No, guys,
Tell me.
this generation speaking algorithm now. Because, you know, you got to get views, but you can't say certain things because
Oh,
the
like how
algorithm
people say
cuts it.
jab, so it doesn't get
Yes.
the COVID fucking
Yep. You
banner.
can't say sex, you say segs.
Segs. Oh my God.
S-E-G-G-S.
You think it's an algorithm thing?
Oh, yeah. I think that'll be the new text culture. Or that
Really?
is already probably the text culture.
Yo, bring back ASL, bro. Who am I talking to? Who are you really?
Yes.
How old are you?
What's
How do you identify? And where you be at?
You're
Who are you? How do you identify? And where you be at? I need the
Simple
3 key
questions.
points.
And
Yeah.
what's the best pizza around you?
around you. Exactly. Exactly.
What was I just gonna? You just reminded me. Oh, the algorithm stuff. How do you guys feel about now? Instead of subway cards, we're doing the phone. I mean, I haven't done it. I'm still using the card, but the tapping the phone to get on the train.
Oh, I've given in and I use it.
You do.
But they've been advertising on the train that after 12 taps for the week,
Mm-hmm.
it's free after that. So they don't do transfers.
Really?
You literally have to tap 12 times in a week span. And then after that, everything you tap is free.
Oh, that's kind of a good deal, I guess.
I
When
don't
you put
know.
it that way.
When things get reworded like that, even if the maths, I
Right.
still feel like I don't trust it.
All that
I
tells
want
me,
my transfer.
Yeah, all that tells me is that there's going to be mad bitches in Coney Island on Sunday. That's what it tells me.
Oh, yes.
For free.
Yep.
Okay? That's what it tells me.
Yep.
I just feel like it's all about tracking now.
Yeah.
Oh, they've been tracking.
This is
us.
like a
that's-
data thing. Like if they're gonna give us a deal, it's because the tapping of the phone is a data. It's like a location thing that they can sell.
Oh, they already have
Nothing
it.
is free.
Have-
I don't.
So
like
it's like,
this.
where does it end?
It doesn't end.
I blame.
I think the idea is like
Fabletics.
they just make life nice for us, so we don't mind. But it
Right.
doesn't end.
But I blame Fabletics. A
Why?
membership. You have Fabletics started
Yes.
the join this membership and you get discounts on athlete types of clothes. Why do I need a membership for gym clothes? And it's a membership to get discounts. So where is the discount? I'm paying this monthly fee.
Right.
You're giving me these things at whatever percentage off. And now everyone follows that model.
That's like Uber's like join our program. You pay like $60 a month and you get 10% off your rides. It's
Exactly.
like that's not a program.
Yeah.
That's just me paying and paying again.
Yeah.
That's not a program.
Where's the discount?
Where's the discount?
But again, I'm not good at math, so who knows?
I have a price though where I'll give up all the data. Like my brother's telling me he's like car insurance, you know, he's had a lot of accidents. Just saying, he's had a lot of incidents on the road.
He's had a little
and his
tappy
car
taps.
insurance went up. And he said, what with Geico, I signed up for this program where they put this like tracking device in your car. And it tracks it tracks how fast you're going and and then it gives you a score.
It tracks
a
how
driver
hard you
score.
brake.
And I go, well, what do you get for that? He goes, 10% off a month. I said, not for 10%, hon.
Tax.
Not for 10%. You're to be, and I'm sure they have like a listening capability too.
Yeah.
Listen, no. It's a device you put. I've done it with another company. I can't remember. I'm not like, sparing them.
Shout
but
out
I
to
literally
Geico.
don't remember which insurance I had at the time. It's up to 10%. It's up to 10%. And it's some bullshit because it tracks how fast you accelerate and how hard you stop. And it was like, you brake hard. And I'm like, yeah, I'm in New York City, bro. Everyone is stopping instantly because they're on their phone until they're about to crash and then they
Right.
stop.
Yep.
Yeah, and they stop when they hit you.
So
The
it's
cops
up
are
to
on their
10%.
phones.
They only gave me, so I let them have my data for months, for like 3 months, 90 days, and I only saved like 5% or 6%.
Like $39. It's
Bullshit.
not enough. It's
Bullshit.
not enough. I have a price and it's not that.
It's not that.
It's
What's the
not
price?
that. 50% off.
Yeah.
50% off.
Yeah. I need a warehouse closeout.
I need a BOGO.
50%.
Have all
But-
the data for the BOGO.
So this is 50% off for access to your location, what you're looking at, what you're buying, and how you're communicating. 50%? You wouldn't ask for like 75?
Give me the rundown again. Where I am,
Where
who
you
I'm
are,
with.
who you're with, what you're talking to, what you're looking at, what you're shopping.
Well, they already have
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah.
Like I was just before I came here, I got sucked into a little Instagram ad that's like a jaw toner. It's like a ball you put in your mouth and you go like this.
Trying to tighten up them jowls.
Yeah. So, I mean, they know that they can get me on almost anything. I spent like 30 minutes. I had the cart. The cart is loaded up. I just haven't pressed buy, but it's in the cart.
You're going to get an email soon that's like, psst.
100%. You left something in your cart.
Exactly.
Something in your
Yep.
cart. Hey, we noticed that you were checking out our jaw ball.
You're almost there. Exclamation.
We noticed that you were checking out our jaw ball. We've also added this mushroom spray so you don't feel anything.
There's a mushroom spray, and we're going to throw in a free Kegel ball.
And an eggplant.
So you can track your Kegels. Sweetheart gang, assemble. Sweet, 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 sweet. All right, everybody, you know exactly what we're about to do. Let's get these questions from the DMs. Are there any contenders for iconic New York food item besides pizza? Bagel, bacon, egg, and cheese, Subway Air, Nutcrackers, fentanyl, a knish,
like fried
glizzies,
chicken wings and french fries.
salt, pepper, ketchup, hot sauce, sucker pepper, sucker pepper, sucker pepper.
Soca pepper hot sauce. New York algebra. Instead of Soca Toa, we have Soca pepper. Salt, ketchup, pepper, hot sauce.
What do you do when you accidentally like an ex's pic? Do not panic. Drop the phone. It's poison. Let the hot vial of shame break and spread throughout your neck. Take a deep breath, pace the room. You remind yourself you've done a lot of good in your life. You love people and you have people that love you. It hasn't all been a mistake. You go to the kitchen, you pour a large glass of cold water. You put your head in the oven. There's nothing left for you out there. What will you gamble on now that basketball is over? Now that basketball is over, I will go back to gambling on whether or not I left my hair straightener on. Plus 200 odds. What is it like being the personified version of Ask Jeeves? It is pretty chill. And I am like Ask Jeeves because I am character driven. I am filled with information from many different perspectives. And I will be replaced by a girl named Alexa.
That's what I heard. Oh, no, that's how Sweetheart Gang roll.